So first I'll just say that I completely agree with this statement. That's the point of the video that I was making. The debt to asset ratio is really challenging in ag. Based on this comment, I assume that he is somewhat involved in ag, he or she. The specific instance that I'm talking about is when a farmer or rancher is getting started. So I'm just going to share a little bit of what our experience has been. So we got a beginning farmer and rancher loan from FSA about 6 years ago. One of the most confusing experiences of my life, quite honestly. It was a challenge. But we were able to get the loan. We bought a small piece of land. The land has a homestead on it, so we live here. And in the last 6 years, we've had 4 kids. We've also been fortunate that we've been able to find some other pasture ground to rent in addition to what we own. And so that's allowed us to have our cow-calf operation. It's very small. We do own the cows now that we originally bought. Those cows that we originally bought actually were not as part of FSA's loan, because to get funding from them, we had to get denied by a bank. And we couldn't find a bank that would deny us to buy the cows. Apparently we were in some weird little loophole of having good enough off-farm income that we could get approved, but it put us under a lot of financial stress. So now here we are, 6 years later. We have our cows paid off that we can sustainably run on the ground that we have, and we're looking to expand. But we only have about 1 year left in the Beginning Farmer and Rancher program through USDA. We've also bought some things with cash to improve our debt to equity ratio there, like a tractor, some trailers, just general livestock equipment stuff. But to expand now, remember, we have to first get denied by a bank before we can use the additional funding through the USDA program. So that means we have to make a larger purchase than we would normally be funded for through a bank. So what USDA is actually encouraging people to do is take greater risk, which I'm okay with that. We are all on board for that, but that means we have to buy a bigger chunk of land and more cows to expand in order to make that work and make the numbers work for them. I'm not saying this is good, bad, or indifferent. I'm just sharing what our experience has been, and I know for other people it's probably a lot worse because we both, my husband and I, have good off-farm income jobs. So we are trying like heck to be involved in production agriculture, but it is hard. It's hard. We have to take a pretty substantial financial risk in a very confusing market, to say the least. There's just not a lot of security in knowing that we're going to be able to make payments on this expansion with just the farm income. So we know we're going to have to support ourselves with that off-farm income in addition to. So it's going to be some long days, long nights ahead, but hopefully we can make it work.